Hey guys, Jay here. Thanks for checking out this video. Sorry there's no artwork this week. I've been busy recently. I went to Comic-Con on Saturday, had a blast, but it was the first time I'd gone as a disabled person, so it really took it out of me. In terms of artwork, I did do a Kaiju 8 drawing yesterday, but I'm kind of scared to add a pen to it at the moment in case I ruin it, so I'm trying to figure that one out. That said, the Quintessential Quintuplets games came out the other day, 5 Memories Spent With You and a Quintessential Summer. I've just purchased the 5 Memories Spent With You for the time being, because I think the price was a bit higher for a visual novel game, although to be fair I don't think I've ever played a visual novel game before. But I'm a huge fan of the show, of the series. I've watched the anime twice, I've seen the film, and I've actually got the manga series, volumes 1 to 14, so I've read the manga. For me, best girl is Nino, but personality wise I'd probably get on better with Yotsuba or Miku. But as you see, this is my first time playing the game, so I hope you enjoy it, and I'll hopefully have some more anime artwork for you back next week. Just a bit of a busy time for me. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, so unfortunately I've been having some trouble with my audio the last few days. So originally this was going to be a playthrough video cut down into segments, but I've had to change my approach to it because some of the audio kept cutting out, and for some reason Futaro's voice cut out after the start of the game right up until the end. I don't know why, it was just Futaro's voice. So gonna do kind of like a little review video about my experience through my playthrough. So essentially this is the 5 Memories Spent With You game. I haven't played the Quintessential Summer game. I just thought the price tags were a bit high, so I just went with one of the games. Essentially, you start off by choosing which Quint you're gonna confess to, and in my case, I went with Nino. She's my girl, so I went with Nino. And the start of the game takes you to the point from the manga and anime where Futaro tells the girls that, look, I'm not going to keep you waiting, I'm going to make a decision. And then Itsuki tells Futaro, we're all going to be in a different room, go to the room that you've chosen. And so Futaro obviously goes to the room, to the Quint you've chosen, in my case Nino, and confesses his feelings to them. Everyone then graduates, the little graduation scene, and that's when like the real game begins after like an opening credits scene, which I tried dancing to. So from there, it's basically a case of you're all going on vacation for 5 days, and during this whole process, during these 5 days, you're trying to spend time with the Quint that you've confessed to, and the Quint that you've confessed to is trying to spend time with you. But at the same time, you end up spending time with the other Quints, as well as Futaro's sister Riha, who is one of the best sister characters in my opinion. She's great. I think she's good for Futaro, she's good for the Quints, very good for Itsuki, because obviously for those of you that know, Itsuki later becomes a teacher. But yeah, it's the process of going through these 5 days, having these different experiences, and there's occasional decision making. I thought there would be more decision making, if I'm honest. I don't think there was enough decision making. But in terms of the decisions, sometimes I would make my decision based on what I think Futaro would have said, and sometimes I went with a decision based on what I thought, me personally. Some of the scenes were very, very sweet. Some of the artwork I think was beautiful. I wanted to be an animator when I was younger, and just some of the details in the game. So you know, there's parts where the girl's eyes will blink. Obviously, you've got the mouth movements, just like their poses and that. You know, like Miku, bless her. To me, Miku was the most jealous out of all of them. You know, she was quite blunt in a few places with what she was thinking. In terms of details, like the bikinis, for example, the girls' bikinis, very, very detailed, especially on Nino, Miku, and Itsuki's. And there's another scene where they're high up on a building, and in the background you can see like trees and houses. It's just a really nice scene. The other 2 scenes that I really, really liked was there was a really beautiful sunset scene on the beach, and the other one was on the Ferris wheel when you're with the Quint that you confess to. You're on the Ferris wheel, and it's just a beautiful. For me, with Nino, there was just this beautiful picture of Nino sitting on the Ferris wheel, looking at Futaro, lovey-dovey, and yeah. And so at the end, you finally get to kiss the Quint you've confessed to, you then have like the end credits, which again I try and dance into. And then after the end credits, it takes you to definitely the manga, and if I remember correctly, the film, where it's 5 years later, and you're at Nino and Miku's cafe, where everyone's getting ready for the wedding. Now, obviously, in the manga and the series, it's Yotsuba who's getting married to Futaro. Obviously, in this case, I've chosen Nino, so there's obviously changes in the story, but essentially it's more or less the same. Everyone's grown up to their professions that they're going towards. So, like say, Nino and Miku have got the cafe. Itsuki's become a teacher. Ichika has become this like really well-known actress. She's just come back from America, I believe. And Yotsuba's like, just arrived on her bike after doing like a long trip on her push bike. Again, the wedding scenes as well, they've altered the wedding scenes to your Quint. So rather than Yotsuba standing there holding the bit of paper saying what each Quint meant, which each sister meant to her, I've got Nino standing there saying which sister meant to her. And what was kind of weird is then you've got this scene where it goes around the table with the other Quints, and rather than Nino sitting there, I've got Yotsuba sitting there, which was kind of weird, and I felt a little sorry for Yotsuba when I saw that scene, because like, again, I'm like, that's supposed to be Yotsuba. But yeah, very sweet. And then, of course, you've got the big moment where they finally get married in front of the priest, and it's a very, very sweet game. It was my first time playing a visual novel properly. I've only played one visual novel game before on my mobile, but this was my first like visual novel game experience. I enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the show, I do recommend it. What I would say though is I do think the price is a little high, and I also believe that I think the Quintessential Summer might be more interactive, because I think in that game you have to plan out who's studying which subject. I don't know, I haven't played it, but just from like screenshots I've seen and stuff. Whereas this is more just like an extra story. You're basically playing for a visual novel. You're playing for a visual novel. I don't mean that how that sounds, but what I'm basically saying is it's not really a game per se. It's more of a sit back, relax, enjoy the experience. Like, I barely talked during the playthrough because there was a lot of talking and I didn't want to interrupt it. But it is just a cozy sit back, relax, and have your version of the Quintessential Quintuplets if you didn't like the original. So obviously Miku I believe was the most popular originally. So if you want the story to be with Miku, you get Futaro to go with Miku, and so on. Yeah, so sorry the video hasn't worked out quite how I had planned it. It was meant to be just like a kind of sit back and chill, but I guess for me this is kind of good as well, because it's like problem solving. Like, okay, how do I, because I don't really want to play through the game again right now. I'm not saying I won't eventually, because there's a good ending and a normal ending for each Quint. I got the good ending for Nino, but apparently there's different endings for each Quint, and then there's an all roots ending. But it is a short game, a couple of hours. I reckon it took me between 3 and 4 hours total. I did it in 2 sessions. Very short game, very sweet, and like I say, if you are a fan of the show, I do recommend it, but I would say the price is probably a little high for what it is. But yeah, all that said, in the video you'll hopefully see that I tried to have my avatar character. I tried to do a Futaro cosplay, and I will hopefully have a video of me making Futaro soon, or at some point. There's a lot going on at the moment in my personal life, so it's a bit hit and miss whether I'm going to get these videos out in time. And also I'm trying to do my artwork still as well, which I need to get back on. So yeah, so if you enjoyed the video guys, then please give it a like. And the main content on this channel is actually my anime drawings. I draw various anime characters and just trying to get better at that. So if you like that kind of thing, then yeah, please hit the subscribe button. Occasionally I'll do things like make anime characters in games. For example, I made the Quintessential Quintuplets in The Sims 4 a few months ago. So I've got a little video on that. And I've got an idea that I'm trying to work on regarding Berserk, but it's a work in progress, a very, very slow work in progress. Yeah, just some like occasional, very rare VRoid cosplays for my avatar as well. I'm rambling, I'm going to shut up. And thank you for watching the video, I really do appreciate it. And make sure to look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for watching.